and all that shit. What I'm wondering is can I put this right? Okay, we should be going live any second now. Check out this shit. Here we are. We're here. I gotta listen to this shit though. Here we are. We're here. Sounds alright. Next thing I gotta do is go to recording devices. Let's go to this. Ooh, what I want. But it ain't the end of the world. Is that good? Here we go. 9800. Let's go to this. Ooh, what I want. But it ain't the end of the world. Is that good? Here we go. 9800. Let's go to this. Ooh, what I want. What do I want to do? If I want to go to, Twitch. Twitch.tv/Overwatch Central. And they're not even live. That's nice.
Hey guys, Ryan here, just a little bit of an announcement. We aren't streaming ourselves on twitch.tv/Overwatch Central, but I will be joining one amongst many, aka Josh, as we cast some of the Scrim Central games as a tournament. Now, for those who don't know, Scrim Central is a little bit of a project that was set up between myself, Josh, and all sorts of people within our community, especially the mods there, to enable players to play
another Fara map as well.
Against other six stacks and play in a really sort of competitive esports type of fashion. Today we're going to cast some games, so if you're not up to much at all, then be sure to sort of pop in and watch a tournament featuring some of you guys in the community. If you want to get involved, we'll do a big push when the end of Season 4 comes in. But come along, it should be a really good laugh, and it should be...
What do you mean? I'm gonna go ahead and ask if I can, like, join the actual... What are the chances I can come cast with you guys?
A damage presence that he does have.
Thanks.
Instead, going Reaper, which, with them running Pharah, might not be the smartest decision.
I'd love to say this.
We do have a meme on my channel about Reaper being a counter to Pharah due to a couple of very salty incidents involving that, but still, no real hard counter to Pharah aside from the Soldier 76. And Soldier 76 alone against Farm Siege usually isn't quite enough to out DPS that. We do see a Tracer sort of flanking around. Maybe this is to get rid of the Winston as quickly as possible. It is very good. It's also going to be good for getting rid of Padawan as well, I imagine. He's close. But Catalyst picking up first blood already, and the Mercy going down again. This Pharah just has free reign basically to do whatever she likes.
These guys are going ham.
No problem, and Boombox is just scooping up kills. Even with that Reaper there, looked like no real issue for Shadow just to get in and do all of the DPS.
And the Mercy pick for Lou is going
At
to be
little...
difficult simply because, well, up until now, they didn't have any form of mobility. Every hero that they were playing was just on the ground, couldn't really get up high, give her an option to run away. But now Zed has gone Diva, a clever pick. They go triple tank to try and out-sustain this dive comp that they're trying to play. Ultimate's not really ready for either team looking at it.
Catalyst is going to be good to go, but that's about it as they do start pushing around the corner, using that Diva defense matrix to, of course, get in position. Diva, an absolutely excellent pick, but there's the boot.
Oh
there's
my
a kill
god.
very quickly. Padawan gets self 2. Justice comes out, does do a lot of damage, but Farah, of course, pays the price for it. I think it's just this poor Winston now pretty much left on his own, and maybe just a baby diva as well. He's forced to run away. He might
This
actually
is
be able to get
funny.
out here. He's getting hunted by the Tracer.
Oh, Tracer, don't even go for it,
He
man.
might be able to just get free here. He's dangerously low. If they get this kill, they'd be absolutely huge for stalling stuff out, but there we go.
Wait, yo, just hop
Does
in the
get back
spawn,
nice and
man.
safe.
Had have had the speed boost there. I thought the Tory policy.
Oh,
of
actually,
Fox
nah,
hunting
it's a good
was bad.
idea.
Turning-
Gains ult
This
charge.
is basically turning into chasing giant gorillas.
Very low.
Gorilla
Just
hunting.
missing a little horn, yeah. And he's
Still a
just-
chance.
People running after him. But they're coming in again. Zed is just trying to get there in there instantly.
again pushing
Solve
the
some
high
damage,
ground.
but
You can only go for the high ground right now. Oh, he gets bombed. That is rude.
You
That is
can't
rude.
push this angle with two boops. It's just like Lijiang Tower. Sound barrier does come out, I believe, for one team, but the Lucio Livatopi goes down before it can even touch the floor. And this is going to be another cleanup for Shattered. Shattered looking incredibly strong right now and dominating with this pharmacy combo that doesn't seem to be answered. They have so many tools in the toolbox that next fight they should be feeling pretty confident.
yeah, they have plenty of options to jump on the point, whether it's going through main, through the left-hand side, which they've constantly tried to do and failing, or
Going low
right.
ground.
They need to think of something, and low ground might be a good option, but they need to just get out of there. And it looks like they're going to use the ult now, and here comes
Looks like they're trying to go in right now. The barrage. It is raining down justice from above. The Mercy comes in and reses all of them. Looks like everything's going really smoothly for Shattered right now. However, the Winston does go down. Next up, all looks like it's coming from a res from Shattered. Everything's going really, really smoothly right now for the red team. Mercy's going to get taken out right now.
We do see Bumble staying alive. The tanky lineup for OW Comp Alpha, keeping them in this fight quite a long time and making sure that they can endure quite a while. My name is Lone. Doesn't quite find the bomb there. Does get taken out by Catalyst, though. As Catalyst goes unanswered in the sky, just raining death from above. Of course, his counterpart on the opposite team, Zed, still doing a lot of work there. But Zed does touch the floor and does go down as a result. Catalyst still dealing the damage. David Toffee now trying to keep it alive on the point. Barely doing it, but down he goes. Overtime ticks down, and the first map goes to Shattered.
very well played. The far pick was basically the difference.
I'm
there.
pretty sure that they're going to be on Discord, right?
Much like all sorts of Pharas that you come up against in competitive play, Pharas could be a really big problem.
Holy
But it
shit.
is Catalyst on the Genji that's going to get play of the game. You can probably guess what it's going to be.
Oh, good dash.
Oh,
going through
boom.
there. Another dash going through, gets himself even more damage there. Tries to cut people down, nice boot there, but does manage to pick up even more for himself. And he just cuts people to ribbons, ladies and gentlemen. Catalyst. Looking good during that game, but I will give a shout out to, of course, Padawan and Noza supports doing their job, and Boombox was really good on just getting those constant cleanups. Zest almost saved it as well on the first map as well when he got that double kill with the boss bomb. That was very, very nice. Of course, on the opposite team, Bumblebee again looking good on the Roadhog, looking a bit solid, but just looking outmaneuvered there, I guess, and a bit surrounded. Couldn't really do too much more with that, unfortunately. Zed looking good when he had the chance to shine, and yeah. Lots still to play for.
Really, it was the difference between a team that liked to play dive, liked to play spread out and to jump people and to have a really mobile lineup, versus one that likes to be a bit more tanky, that likes to fight on the objective, to be difficult to move. But unfortunately, the problem with any team that plays that is you need to get the point first. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult to get on it, especially when the team doesn't stay together and you can't lump them all in one big ultimate, so to speak.
And I have just been informed, and I have just noticed that, hey, we have, well, 321 viewers at the moment, which is absolutely superb. If you are just joining us and are a bit confused about what's happening, this is a community that was formed by my community, the One Amongst Many community, or the Many, and Overwatch Central's community, to basically just encourage 6 versus 6 play in Overwatch, because it is the way that Overwatch is kind of meant to be played in our eyes, and it's just a more fun way of playing as well. I know every season, me, Ryan, and a couple of other YouTubers get together in a 6-stack and do our placements like that. We take it super try-hardy and seriously, and it's a huge blast to play every single time. So trying to get people to get into that and play that more is a huge incentive for us, and encouraging sort of this grassroots scene is always good. We are currently in the first round, round of 8, and playing best of 3s. We are running an Apex style of tournament as well, so we started on a random map, which is Oasis, and then we are going to a sort of loser picks next map in a group. I'm not sure what the groups of maps that are available are. We'll try and get that info.
That was the logistical problem that I think we ran into, because best of 5 you can easily separate them out into their different
Categories.
yeah, but with best of 3, one tag needs to be lumped with another, and I think it is, from what I remember, I'm sure the mods will tell me, first game can either be Control or Assault, second game is pure Payload, and then the final map is Hybrid. I'm not 100% sure on that. There is map rules which you can look at in a second, just to see what kind of categories they can pick out of.
Apparently Catalyst has had to
yeah, map
drop
1
out.
is randomly generated between controllers. Assault map 2 is the loser of map 1 picks from the escort and assault maps, or assault escort maps. And map 3, loser map 2 picks a pool of escort and assault maps.
Okay.
I don't know if it's pure escort though at the end though.
It looks like Catalyst has had to drop out, unfortunately, for some reason. We're not entirely sure why, but it looks like they might have a replacement lined up. There has been a little bit of an issue this week where, you know, we're trying to get it so that teams are organised and understand that, you know, if you sign up for this tournament, you better have your teams ready. It looks like teams are swapping as well, so I'll swap the overlay while I'm rambling. But yeah, make sure that you have subs ready and available if you are going to take part in this tournament, of course. Make sure that you are keeping the admins stress-free, because they are volunteers and they are just human beings like the rest of us, and don't like chasing people around, basically. It looks like we will be going Radeon. It looks like they picked up Okiel, and I think the admins might have a thing or two to say about that. The danger is, of course, so we try and keep it relatively even with the SRs to try and ensure that the games are fair and the games are sort of even. So we usually have players around Masters to Diamond level. And so we're always a little bit wary of people bringing in other players that, I think Okiel, for example, is like 4.3 or 4.2. So it's a little bit concerning. But hey, cast ready. If the admins are okay with it, then I'm okay with it. We can just run with this. But we try and make sure that the tournaments are, you know, relatively even in SR. I think we're going to be running a tournament relatively soon in a couple of weeks, which will be lower ranks, like silver, gold, platinum, rather than diamond master. And that should be fun as well. So yeah, Dorado. Lovely, lovely Dorado.
A map that was in the final last time around and proved to be a place of big plays, especially the Mercy Reses. But yeah, as you said, Oki Owl on. Boombox is going to tank, so I don't know what they're going to change around here. But in Oki Owl, going much more triple tanky. It's a tricky one, really. There must be a reason why Bumblebee had to drop out. Oh no, Bumblebee's on the other team.
Catalyst.
Catalyst, yeah.
It was the
Which
Farah.
is a big loss as well, considering how well that they did, so not necessarily 100% sure what happened there.
Yeah, I mean, Oki is a big pickup, but like you said, Catalyst did extremely well previously. Can Oki play the Farah? Who knows? Farah actually extremely good on Dorado as well. Just has so many attack angles sort of around this bell tower. Very easy to sort of poke up and over. You can contest the high ground, and going on to the second point as well, you can continue to contest the high ground there. Traditionally, on this map, we generally see teams do relatively well getting past the first choke. Teams seem to have sort of figured out how to break that. And then we generally see teams do incredibly well generally getting through the second point. It's usually the third point, and especially if I zip through the map nice and quickly. Whoop, whoop. There we go. We generally see teams get stuck around here. So if they can get past this bridge, it is a very, very good sign for whatever team manages that. Looking at what the offense is going to be running, though, it looks like they will be running Farah, but actually no Lucio on the offense. So opting to away from the speed boost and go for a pure pharmacy.
The res is a really good way to continue any fights that are near the end of the point that may be lost. It's not the be-all and end-all res, that's the thing. It's quite easy to assume that, oh, if you bring 5 people back, you might be able to win the fight, but if it's not prepared, then you're not going to get anything out of it. The Ted's going straight in, missed the concussive blast, but immediately Combalfa are going to sustain and hold this choke with the triple tank lineup that they have. Interesting not to see a Diva. This is a pick much like Lucia that I want to see more of. We actually did a video on it yesterday, and how Diva is incredibly important in this. But that's an incredible hook. Bumblebee goes down to Padawan of all people.
Yeah, gets himself.
But this is a good opportunity for them to push and to take any other picks if they can. And just
exactly, and while they're doing this, the Farah Mercy combo are flanking around the back, but of course that just leaves these people vulnerable. So excellent push coming out of Shadow there, just sort of getting the counter momentum and avoiding the problem of Zed, who's still tucked away in the back with this Mercy here, and they're forced to run away, have to sprint away from the Soldier 76. So didn't get any advantage off the back of that flank, split the team up, and paid the price for it, ladies and gents.
It's just wasn't worth the risk almost. Might have been worth it when Ultimates were much more ready, but at the start of the game, you know, it's not Ike involved. It's not. You have a couple more options when it comes to pushing. In this case, they are going in the high ground here. Van Hammer's setting up, and he's going to put a lot of pressure in. Boombox has to meet it, otherwise he's giving up all of this ground for free. He wants to be basically right in front of Van Hammer and the team behind him, but they're backing off. The payload's going to get moved for this choke.
Oh.
That was just easily given up for no real reason.
They were afraid of the pressure that Zed was sort of putting out there, but Zest manages to take him out. OKL picks up a kill as well on that Roadhog, and we see the Reinhardt just sprint past, gets sort of caught out of position, almost dropped the hammer there. We do see Zest is currently taking a nap. He will be picked up, against teabagged by his own teammates, of course, as is tradition. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to do that to your teammates when that happens, and it looks like this push gets absolutely shattered, rather fittingly, as they struggle to keep breaking through.
Yeah, it was an incredible hook by Urki just to take Lone out of the fight. Probably would have had his ultimate by now if he didn't go down first. But from there on out, it was just getting those picks, and I think Comp Alpha's strategy there was to just try and get the payload through that choke at least, and then continue to push from here on out.
We do see Zed diving through, gets boombox. Sights though comes out from Zest. Let's jump aboard with him, see if he can find any kills. Hasn't quite seen anything yet. OKL also getting the nano boost there. Bumble in the sights now, does go down in no time. Counter sights is coming up though. My name is Lone, trying to get a couple of kills. Rez also comes up, barrage in the back, does get the Ana. Zed taking a nap, of course. Let's jump back on board with Lone there, and looks like it's okay. Graviton comes out, but everyone's already dead. Ben, no! He's just standing still. He's let himself die there. He even throws out the taunt, and I think he knows that was a touch of a waste there. Important
because we're
ultimates
much more
used.
like educational, you know, we're not, we try to do casting, but we're much more known for the videos and content that we put out. We do want to highlight some common, you know, top 5 mistakes, so to speak, and that's certainly been one of them. The fight was lost. Ben just used his ultimate. Probably one of the hardest ultimates to actually obtain compared to other ones,
this
just
high
with how
ground
much
pressure.
damage Zari can put out. So that's a huge loss on their part, and they won't have that for the defense, which is a really difficult point to hold.
They're
for any
already
of these
contesting the
pure
high
payload
ground.
maps.